Hey besties, happy new year. I know I've been MIA for a while, but life happened. Life happened. But you're back. And thank you so much for sticking and staying with me. I promise this year, from my lips to God's ears, we are going to be consistent. ReproHealth Unfiltered remains my own way of bringing awareness about sexual and reproductive health and providing accurate information and challenging negative norms regarding reproductive health. All right, so besties, you know how we do it. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, you're not farm, man. You ain't farm. Please subscribe, right? And the way to create more visibility for people who need this information to get it is by liking, commenting, right, and sharing to help the algorithm, put it out there. So please do the needful. Now, the main business of today's video is having an abortion that bad? What is even abortion? ABORTION. Is it as horrible as it's perceived to be or not? So stick and stay and let's have fun while learning about sexual and reproductive health. All right, besties. So the topic on abortion can be a lengthy one. So I'm going to do this video in two parts, so that you can enjoy it fully. But for today's learning objectives, I'm going to explain to you what abortion is, right? What are the different types, why people are moved to abort, and lastly, what do the laws of Ghana, me being a Ghanaian, I can only speak to my context, what do our Ghanaian laws say about abortion? Is it legal or illegal in Ghana? We are going to find out. So if you're excited, let's set the ball rolling. Drum roll! So now, let's explain what abortion is, right? So another synonym for abortion is termination, but in the context of sexual and reproductive health, it is the ending of pregnancy or termination of pregnancy, right? And so abortion can be termed as the termination of pregnancy from whatever cause before the fetus is capable of extrauterine life. Let me break down what this for small, right? So basically, abortion is the ending of a pregnancy before the fetus, right, inside the womb is capable of being birthed or coming outside of the uterus to survive. You get it? Let's continue. Now, there are various forms of abortion, right? We have spontaneous abortion and induced abortion. Say it with me: spontaneous abortion, induced abortion. Now, spontaneous abortion is when a pregnancy ends or occurs with no deliberate measures to end the pregnancy. So basically, when your pregnancy ends or terminates on its own without any extra measures kept in place. So that is for spontaneous abortion. Now, induced abortion is the ending of a pregnancy or termination of a pregnancy, right? Where a deliberate intervention, right, is kept in place to facilitate that. So in plain sense, is when a means or a deliberate measures are kept in place to help the pregnancy to end, right? Now, most people know spontaneous abortion to be miscarriage, right? So miscarriages are spontaneous. You didn't do anything, the pregnancy ended on its own. People sympathize with that. Oh, so sorry. But the other one, induced abortion, where like there's a deliberate measure. I will talk about whether it was supervised, unsupervised, or safe or unsafe to end the pregnancy. That is where the issue is. That's when people tend to be a bit judgmental about it or has a moral ink to it. So we'll go into details here later on. So that are the two main types of abortion. Now, there are other forms of abortion. We have complete and incomplete abortion. So when we have complete abortion, it's when the pregnancy ends and all the tissues or that comes with pregnancy are expelled, right? But incomplete is when, whether be spontaneous or induced, they are retained products. It means some of the pregnancy tissues, everything was not expelled, and most of the time you need a surgical intervention, right, to evacuate or remove the remains, because if it stays there, you are at risk of infections and other things that can be detrimental to your health. So that are the key types of abortion. Okay, so I hope you are enjoying the lesson so far, and if you have gotten to me with this point, you are doing a good job. But hey, don't forget to like, comment, and share, right? Let's spread the word out there. So let's continue. Now, what makes an induced abortion, right, safe or unsafe? There are certain things that makes ending a pregnancy or terminating a pregnancy safe or unsafe, and we're going to uncover them now. So when we say a safe abortion, these are the key things that should be in place for it to be safe, right? One, the procedure to end the pregnancy has to be done by a trained and certified provider. Now, in Ghana, the law only gives the procedure to be done by a gynecologist, that is a doctor that is specialized in women's reproductive health, and midwives. But midwives are limited to certain gestation weeks or in the duration of the pregnancy. I don't have it in memory the exact restriction for midwives, but I'll endeavor to put that a text, right, so that you see it. Now, the next thing is that it has to be in a sterile environment, right, with complete and well sterilized instruments. Okay, so before I continue, just know that these things I'm mentioning, it's not like all of them have to be present for an ending of a pregnancy to be safe. So one, it should be done by a trained and certified provider, that is a midwife or a gynecologist. Then it has to be done in a safe and sterile environment using well and sterilized instruments. All right. Then the procedure has to be only done using a standard technique approved by WHO, that is the World Health Organization. So the procedure or the process to end the pregnancy should only follow the approved protocol by WHO, right? And also, before a pregnancy is ended, it has to have an intensive, comprehensive pre and post counseling, right? That is what we call a comprehensive abortion care. In the subsequent video, I'm going to elaborate on what entails the pre and post counseling, but that needs to be there. And the last thing is that the procedure should be done in a registered facility. Now in Ghana, all facilities have to be certified by the Ghana Health Service and HEFRA. HEFRA is the regulatory body in charge of that. I'll put what the full meaning of HEFRA is. So make sure that if you want to end a pregnancy, and which only should be done in a safe means, and that is what we advocate for, right? It should be, one, done by a certified and trained provider. Two, it should be done in a sterile and safe environment with sterile instruments. Three, the procedure should be done according to the standards and protocols of World Health Organization. And four, it should be done with a pre and post counseling. And lastly, it should be done in a registered health facility. Yeah. So moving on, an abortion will be termed unsafe if it counters whatever I said previously. So I'm just going to go over the reverse, right? So if you attempt an unsafe abortion, it means the procedure was done by a quack person, not a certified and trained person. The procedure or method they used to end the pregnancy didn't follow WHO guidelines. There was no pre and post counseling. It was not done in a registered facility, and the instruments that were used were unsterilized, right? So like I'm saying, that please, this is a plea. We'll talk about why people even opt to end pregnancy. This channel doesn't judge. But whatever we are saying is that do not attempt an unsafe abortion. If for any reason you do not want to continue with your pregnancy and want to end it, opt for a safe abortion. I hope you are enjoying so far. Now let's go into the effect of unsafe abortion. Now the number one or ultimate effect is death. You can lose your life in the process by going to dubious means to end your pregnancy, right? There can be severe bleeding or hemorrhage. There can be sepsis or infection. Now, sepsis, infection of the blood, it can go around to shut your organs and ultimately lead to your death. Perforated womb, because they are not using the right instrument or it's unsterilized and the procedure is not according to it, they can perforate your womb, which can lead to other effects like infertility, right? And it can even lead to scarring of the womb. There can be scar tissues, making it difficult to conceive. There can be other injuries to surrounding organs, such as the bladder and the rectum, right? There can even be incidents of ectopic pregnancy, because you didn't go to the hospital for them to do a thorough check where the pregnancy is situated before doing the procedure. You might say, oh, I've done the abortion, but probably the pregnancy sac is in the fallopian tube, that is ectopic, and before you realize it will be rupture and it can lead to all the effect that we've mentioned in there. And infertility, many people have dabbled in unsafe abortion, and it has caused them, now that they yearn to have children and conceive. So please, these are not just mere words. If you appreciate your life, always opt for a safe means to end your pregnancy. Besties, we are almost climaxing on part one on our topic about abortion, with what are some of the reasons why people opt to end their pregnancy, right? There's a saying that and so what that is in Accra, that if it has not happened to you, sleep, right? And everybody has their genuine reason for wanting to end pregnancy. Aside from the moral implications of it, at least empathize with them. Do not be judgmental, right? And these are some of the reasons why people opt to. One, because of contraceptive failure. Now, the use of family planning or contraceptives are not 100%, especially both modern and natural methods. So there are some people that were on a contraceptive method or practicing one form of contraception, but it failed, and they are not ready to have a baby. Then other reasons why the last child is too young. You know, some people can't cope with having to deal with a toddler and all the things that comes with pregnancy. So that might be their reason. Some clients or women too may feel that they are breastfeeding, and so that again in case that the baby is too young to carry on another pregnancy. Other reasons is that they have too many children, right? And also limited resources. Looking at their current standard of living, they cannot support a new child. Another one is being unmarried, maybe probably out of a situationship or a relationship. Pregnancy came, they are not married, they don't want it, or partner runs away and refuses to take responsibility. The partner has jackpot, has jackpot like that. Yeah. Then also in the case of incest, rape, right? And also sometimes to achieve their goals in life, people at a point when they are considering career education, it doesn't make them selfish, right? And these reasons are non-exhaustive, whatever reason is known to you to end the pregnancy, always opt for a safe abortion. All right, besties, let's end today's session with what the Constitution of Ghana says about ending of pregnancy or abortion. So in Ghana, our laws concerning abortion is liberal. It means it's permissible with some conditionalities. You can do it under certain caveats, right? And I'm going to, just so I'm not missing words, I'm going to read it out. So according to the Ghanaian law, abortions are permissible one in the case of rape, right? Incest, that is when a bloodline or family relation has carnal knowledge with you or sex with you. When there's presence of fetal abnormalities, you went for a scan, the baby has some complications, right, or some disease. Now, when there's a defilement or rape by a female idiot, in this sense, somebody that is not of sound mind by rape, and also if the procedure is being performed to protect the physical and mental health, right, of the client in question. And in this case, they don't need any psychiatric evaluation with that. And above all, there has to be provided by a registered trained health personnel in an approved facility. So this is what our law says. So you can walk into a facility with these reasons and be sure that you can get a safe abortion procedure done for you. In part 2, I'm going to talk about the procedures, right, and also talk about comprehensive abortion care, detailing the pre and post counseling, and what are some of the emotional risks that comes with unwanted pregnancy and what. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson. I'll see you in the next video. And again, don't forget to subscribe. Your subscription, your likes, your comments motivate me to do more for you. It's bye-bye for now. And again, only opt for safe abortion. See you in the next video. It's bye-bye for me. Mwah.